Welcome, friends, haters, gentle lovers, and feeders. Join me while we experience together the most bafflingly interesting person on the internet. On today's episode, Amberlynn Reid does basically nothing. Hello, my friends. So we are going back in time yet again to a throwback Amberlynn Reid video where she confesses to everything she's lied about. Bro, this video is way too short for that to be the truth. So let's just see what she is actually going to confess to lying about. And I sped it up to 1.5 because it's like 20 minutes long, and she just drags on and on and on. So we're going to speed it up a little bit and let's just get this thing rolling, shall we? If you'd like to like and subscribe, that would literally be hectic. I'm not going to lie.
Hey guys, so this video, let's be real, is a little, I don't know, nerve-wracking for me to film, but I feel like I need to get this stuff off my...
Okay, so you can tell right off the bat that she is about to just completely bullshit everybody. She is grinning and overplaying the old classic, this was really hard, I really didn't want to have to do this, but I feel like it's the right thing to do kind of maneuver, But she has such obvious tells when it comes to lying and twisting the truth a little bit to where she has no intention of actually telling us what's true. She wants to set the record straight, but on her terms. And she's looking forward to being able to get people on her side, is what she thinks is going to happen here.
Chest, and I just want you guys to know that, sorry, my hair.
Mainly because she's trying to act like she's just doing the right thing for the right thing's sake,
I knew I needed to poke these things out. Let's get real. Okay. I knew that coming onto YouTube, I was going to need to protect myself. I knew also I was gonna get a lot of backlash. Backlash hurts sometimes. Unless you're a YouTuber who has a pretty decent following and they get a lot of haters, I don't think you'd understand.
So I don't think she understands why she specifically gets a lot of backlash, right? And I don't think she ever has, and she never will. She blames it on her being fat. She will always just think that it's because she's fat that she gets so much hate, quote unquote. But what's actually happening is she's getting criticism. And honestly, when it started, it was all really just sort of constructive criticism trying to help her, telling her, hey, you're doing this wrong, you're doing that wrong. And the problem is she never followed through with any of it, or even listened or took it into consideration. And so then the more and more she got of it, the more it was just like, okay, shut up. I just don't care anymore. She got so pissed off at getting so much criticism and advice that she was just like, screw you guys. I don't like this anymore. And then we started seeing her true colors as time went on. And then so on top of the criticism and the advice, she started getting actual backlash because of the things that she has done. But she will always see it as, they just hate me because I'm fat. She just doesn't understand why she specifically gets so much backlash.
Just imagine yourself like at school and you get bullied by everyone in class. It hurts, it does. And I feel like a lot of the time you need to protect yourself to prevent backlash. But no matter if I protect myself or if I don't, it's gonna happen. And I feel like I need to kind of admit to some things that I have lied about. This is really hard. I'm not a liar. This is really hard. I'm not a liar.
This is so hard. I'm not a liar. She honestly, I think she's loving this. I think she's enjoying this. And if she has to make a 20-minute video, it's 19 minutes and 13 seconds, confessing to all the lies that she's told, you might be a liar. You know what I mean?
I was protecting my feelings as much as I could. I know it's selfish of me to do. I'm putting myself online for a reason, to speak out and be like, this is me, this is who I am. And it's like, I still felt like there were certain things that I needed to kind of hide away.
I'm not a liar, but this is why I lied. Like, another great shot. I don't know why I'm so good at this, but that's another good one.
Trust me, there's a lot of things about me that you guys have no idea about. But
she always completely misunderstands why it's a problem that she's lying. And she also ignores the important things she's lied about. And then she focuses in on the little things so that she can go, okay, yeah, I lied about this and that and this, but completely obfuscates the actual problems, right? The actual big issues that she's lied about. But she lies constantly about everything. She can sit here and say it was to protect my feelings all she wants, but she just lies all the time.
It's like if I bring something up or whatever, or you guys see something, like, I shouldn't lie. I guess maybe ignore the situation. I really don't know.
I mean, yeah. So here's the thing. She does get it. She does understand. I shouldn't lie, or I should ignore the situation. You did it. You figured it out. This was in 2016. So almost 10 years ago. And she figured it out in this moment. But she never, like, I think she said those words, but she didn't actually hear them. They came out of her mouth, but never actually entered her mind.
Of things I want to talk about. So the first thing, some of these you guys might not care about or whatever, but the reason why we moved to Kentucky, I said it's because Destiny wanted to be there for her mom. I said we wanted to take care of her. I think I might have said that in a vlog. I don't know why, but it's not the truth. We were just tired of Florida, honestly. I mean, mainly Destiny was, how do I word this without like saying too much, but you know, you get my drift. Her mainly, she just felt kind of like it was time to move on from Florida.
I don't believe it for a minute. I think she always uses we when it's really her that's doing the thing, right? So, for example, when her and Beck went to Pride, they were planning on going and enjoying Pride and all that stuff. And Amber on her video said, you know what? We just decided to stay in the hotel and just relax and chill and eat because it's too hot. We decided that it was just too hot. And at the time, everybody was like, why did you go? And that doesn't make any sense. Why would Beck go all the way out there and not go to Pride? That was the whole point. And so everybody immediately was like, I think Amber was the one that didn't want to go. And it turned out later on, Beck did confirm that Amber was just like, I don't want to go, it's too hot. So Amber made Beck stay in the hotel with her, and she ruined Pride for Beck. So anytime she says, we wanted to do this, actually it was her, you know, I don't believe it at all. I don't know why they moved to Kentucky. I don't know if I'm sure Destiny has come out and said something, and let me know if there is a good reason. I'm not sure it really matters at this point. But Amber tends to say we did a thing, and this is why, when it's really she was the catalyst for everything.
You know, some things were happening that she just wasn't happy about, and she wanted a new beginning. I have, you know, said that on my Snapchat quite a few times and things like that, but I just felt like it was easier for me to say, you know, well, we just want to be there for her mom.
And of course, in this case, okay, so I was gonna say, I will give Amber the benefit of the doubt as far as like why they moved to Kentucky, because, and it not being Amber's fault or idea, because I can't imagine Amber wanting to move, right? All the work involved in moving. But then I realized, I guarantee you that anytime they move, anytime Amber moves, she doesn't do jack shit. She doesn't lift a finger to carry a bag. You know, her latest move to Oklahoma City, she hired people to do it all. And back when she was with Destiny and Beck, you know, she made them do everything. And her family and friends and everybody else do everything while she just sits on her ass and watches them. With no shame, you know. So, yeah, no, I think Amber was probably the reason for all that. But let me know if Destiny has actually said why they moved from Florida.
I don't know. I don't know if you guys will consider that a lie or not, but it's something I've said that, you know, I wasn't 100% like truthful about.
And of course, she picks something really stupid, like that nobody really cares about, honestly. But the lie itself in this instance really wasn't that big a deal. But this was a good example of how she lies.
So if you guys remember my aunt situation, this was a while ago though. This was probably, I don't know, it was months ago. Months, to be honest. When I uploaded a video about how my aunt doesn't talk to me anymore because I'm fat.
Another thing she does that's a tell is she goes, huh. And I don't think she does it as much anymore. But when she goes, probably, and I want to say, you know, that kind of thing. It's that breath right before. It's almost like her brain is trying to buy herself time to think of something to say. And this looking around thing to make it look like she's really trying to recall when she's actually just making stuff up.
I'm a little on edge about that. I ended up talking to her and my cousins regarding that video. I had no idea they were going to see it. I had no idea my aunt even watched my YouTube anymore or anything, and they were greatly offended. But at the time, I was vulnerable and I was upset, and I really felt like blaming my weight on everything was just like the easiest way to go.
She got caught in a lie, right? She said, my aunt doesn't talk to me anymore because I'm fat. Her aunt found out that she said that and was like, bitch, what? You know, making them sound like total shitheads for that they wouldn't talk to somebody just because they're fat. And then she goes on to say, oh, I used to just blame everything on me being fat. Like, that's still the case. She still does that.
It's hard. Like, I have a weight issue and I have, mental issues that cause, me to be bigger. You don't just get this big for no reason. It just doesn't work that way. Like,
she's not wrong. And if she would get to the bottom of it, that would be nice. But this is almost 10 years ago. And even now, she still hasn't gotten to the bottom of it. She's got mental issues that, as far as we know, she's never actually been diagnosed with. She just kind of diagnoses herself.
Of course, you can get, overweight. That's normal. But to become so morbidly obese, there's something wrong. And I kind of wanted to ignore all that and just be like, oh, my aunt doesn't talk to me because I'm fat. I just thought it would be easier. There's more to me than my weight when it comes to me and my aunt's, relationship. I pushed her away because of just who I am and how I am as a person.
Translated should be, I pushed her away because I'm a shithead, because I'm a horrible person. But she's not seeing it that way. She's seeing it as, I pushed her away because of my mental illness, that kind of thing. Again, these shots, I can't, I've just got great aim when it comes to freeze frames. But yeah, I mean, she's not wrong. To get this big, something has to be wrong. But she has never really dialed in what that actually is with a professional. She's done it herself. She's heard about mental illnesses on the internet and decided that that's what fits her. But she's never actually been diagnosed with anything, as far as we know.
That's the truth. And it's really not has anything to do with my weight. At the time, I felt like that. Sometimes I still do. I really don't know. I think I gave her a lot of excuses as to who I am. I fibbed to her a few times just so she would stay in my life. I know that sounds...
Fibbed? I feel like that's kind of downplaying who she is.
So fucking strange, but I don't know. That's really all I want to say regarding that is, no, my aunt, she didn't stop talking to me because I'm fat. She stopped talking to me because of the issues I brought upon her, I guess.
And think about that. So she is taking a terrible thing that she said about somebody, and then when she's caught in it, she then turns it around to continue being the victim, right? To continue being like, so when I said that she doesn't talk to me anymore because I'm fat, that was a lie. But really it was because my life is so hard. I've got so many mental illnesses and I just can't help it. And you guys are so mean to me because of all of my mental health issues. I didn't know what else to do. Like, she didn't help at all. She made it worse, I think.
And if she's watching this, I am so sorry. And I really just, I wish I could change who I am as a person because I really want my aunt back. Like, it affects me. It really does. Sorry.
What does that even mean? I wish I could change who I am as a person. When we want her to change as a person, I don't think that lines up with what she's saying right here. I think what she's saying is, I wish I could take away all my mental illnesses and all the things about me that make me do horrible things, that's out of my control, but I just can't. I just don't know what else to do.
Okay. The next thing is,
she's also laying it on a little thick with the over dramatic acting and stuff.
My weight, I wouldn't say I've lied to you guys per se about it, but I definitely haven't been like very into like telling you guys my weight. I'm fluctuating a lot currently with my weight.
Yeah, you always have been, like, from the beginning. How wild is it that this was almost 10 years ago and nothing has changed? Like, the last videos that we watched were like 3 or 4 years ago. This is 9 years ago. That's crazy that it's the same thing that it always has been.
It's frustrating because I'll do really good at something and then I will mess up, and then I'll do really good at something and then I'll mess up. This used to happen to me a lot where I would lose like 4 pounds and then gain it back. But now currently it's to the point where I gain I lose about 15, 20 pounds and then I gain it back, and that's really bad for me. And I haven't really been 100% honest about that because whenever someone asks me, oh, she's gaining weight or whatever, I always just say I'm losing.
How does she think people would believe that, right? Like, we can see you. We can see the weight gain. If she says, yeah, I'm losing weight, everybody's going to go, I don't see it. So what a stupid thing to lie about. But imagine where she would be right now if at this moment she had actually like listened to a lot of the advice, gotten therapy, probably inpatient, stuff like that. Imagine where she would be right now if she actually followed through with what she needed to do. But this face says it all, man. This is a smug face. She knows everything, and whatever you're going to tell her, she already knows it. And if it's not what she wants to hear, it's wrong.
I don't know. I don't need the backlash at all. I don't want it. I just feel like it's so much safer to just say what people want to hear and what I feel like people will not hate me for. I don't know how to explain it, but I can 110% say I've never been 500 pounds. I know a lot of people are saying, you know, oh, she's 500 pounds.
Isn't that crazy that she's saying I've never been 500 pounds when she got likely up to 600 pounds just 3 years after this? That's nuts, man. But yeah, so she says it's hard to explain. I don't know how to describe it. I just want to say things that people won't hate me for. Like, I can describe it real easy. You want to lie because you don't want to hear criticism. That's it. You don't want people to tell you what you're doing wrong, so you lie.
It's about to be 650 pounds. Like, this has never happened. My highest weight is 485, and right now, today...
Dude, right now, she would love to go back to this moment where her highest weight was 485. She would give anything to go back there.
I weighed 476, I think it was. And currently, right now, I am losing weight. Like, I'm not gaining. I promise you that. I have been weighing myself practically every day. I skip a few days here and there. And the scale is going down. And I'm in fear.
She just seems like every word out of her mouth is a lie. She's doing all of her acting. And I just don't believe any of this. Not a word. So this confession is kind of not working very well.
It's going to go back up again because my mind always wins. Losing weight is mind over matter, and that's just how it's always been. And I feel like my mind is so strong with some things, but I feel like my weight is just like up.
Yeah, for most people, that's true. Mind over matter. I need to get a job as an Amberlynn freeze frame artist. So yeah, for most people, it's mind over matter. For people that don't need like serious outside help, right? You know, people that need to lose 100 pounds, something like that. It's mind over matter. Absolutely. It's more complicated than that, but generally speaking, it's mind over matter. But not for her. That's not all it takes. She's going to need actual professional help.
Ugh. Anyways, the next thing is about my girlfriend, Destiny's weight gain, and if she's actually...
Oh, here it comes. I've heard about this.
...gained weight. Ugh. I told you guys that Destiny has not gained weight since she's been with me. I've said that at least 100 times.
Now, if she's going to say that Destiny has gained weight, she is loving this. Because as a narcissist, anytime she can make herself seem good and put somebody else down, dude, this is fuel for her.
But she has gained weight since she's been with me. I do want to say, before she met me, she gained weight from birth control. A lot of people are like, why'd she take birth control, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, it's not really your business. Like, I don't want to say. A lot of people are confused because they're like, she's a lesbian, why does she need birth control? There is other reasons why people need birth control, and I just don't really want to say that. Destiny did give me permission to talk about her weight and just explain to you guys that I have been trying to protect her feelings. When I moved in with her, or we like moved in together in our apartment, she weighed 181 pounds, and as of today, she weighs 206. So she's gained about 25 pounds. On her body structure, of course, that's really horrible, and I feel really bad, and I blame myself so much. I do. She's never been a healthy eater, though, I will say that, but I feel like it's only gotten a little worse since she's been with me, and I feel horrible about it. Like,
so she can use this for two narcissistic purposes, right? She can A, put her significant other down and make her seem like she's doing bad, and B, she can then play the martyr, the person that I just feel so terrible that we've done all this. Like, she doesn't care. She wouldn't change her behavior to fix it, but she can come on here and act like it and make herself look such like an empath, you know?
I don't want to go into any more with that. I just feel freaking horrible, and I want her to lose weight more than I want myself to lose weight, because I care about her and love her more than I love myself. And when I see her eat something that's bad for her, it breaks my heart because she doesn't understand nutrition like I do, and I don't, like, who's gonna listen to me? Look at me, you know, that's just how it goes.
Okay, that's bonkers, right? Obviously, that's crazy. So first of all, the fact that she says, I want her to lose weight more than I want myself to lose weight, that I don't think she realizes that's not as much of like a flex or an empath statement as she thinks it is. You know what I mean? Like, I really want my girlfriend to lose weight more than me. Like, I'm guessing it's because you just want to keep eating food. That's just, what a stupid thing to say. And it's like, I want my girlfriend to look great, but I really don't care how I look. You know, that's just weird. But then to make her look stupid on top of everything else by saying she doesn't understand nutrition like I do, right? It can't just be, yeah, she's just been eating a lot of junk because she's with me and we just tend to eat out a lot and stuff like that. She is so dumb. She doesn't understand why she's gaining weight. I mean, that idiot just can't figure out what she's doing wrong. And in Amber's mind, in this moment, she really thinks that she's just being just the kind empath queen. She just doesn't understand like I do. And I just wish that I could give her the knowledge that I have, you know? And then she thinks she's being self-deprecating by saying, who's going to listen to me? Look at me. But again, that's not the flex she thinks it is, because what she's saying is, I know everything, but who's going to listen to me? I can't give my amazing sage advice to anybody because nobody listens to the fat girl. Every syllable of everything she just said was dripping with narcissism. Like malignant narcissism. That was crazy.
I did not want this video to be like this, but I should have known. Okay, so...
And then the fake crying to make her even seem more like a martyr, you know?
Something else I've lied about is the job I had in Florida. I told you guys that I was a PCA.
Can you imagine working with Amberlynn? Like, I've seen some of the videos, some of the clips where she worked. I think it's at the job she's talking about, where she's at like a nursing home or something. Can you imagine having her as a coworker? I mean, she would never do a thing. She would just skip out of every responsibility that she ever had, and you'd get stuck doing everything. I mean, that would just be awful working with Amberlynn. And you know, she'd be complaining about every little thing. And then whenever she's not being, you know, Debbie Downer, she would be cackling all the time. Like, that would be, I would hate that, man. I would just hate to work with Amberlynn Reid.
A worker at a assisted living facility full-time, and I wasn't. I was a PCA worker at assisted living facility, but I was not full-time. I worked 4 hours. It started.
This is definitely one of the lies that everybody was really wanting her to address. You know, I can imagine everybody being like, I don't think she's full-time. Y'all, I don't think she's full-time. She's lying. Like, girl, nobody cares.
Started off 4 hours a day for 3 days, and then I got 4 hours a day for 4 days, and then I got 4 hours a day for 5 days. And then eventually I was 4 hours a day for 6 days, and then I started covering a lot of other just random shifts, like 8-hour shifts, and I did a 16-hour shift one time. I was part-time. I was always on call, but I was part-time. I lied to you guys and said I was a full-time.
Everything is so over the top. She's even crying about the lie about being full-time or part-time. So who cares? This is how you know it's all for show. This entire video is completely performative.
Because I felt so guilty about my life in Florida. I mean, my life in Virginia. Sorry, I've lived so many places I don't even know anymore. Okay, I felt so guilty about my life in Virginia. I lived with my ex-girlfriend for almost 4 years without a job, and I lived off of her parents, and I got a lot of beef because of that online.
Yeah, because she was a lazy sack of shit that took advantage, and I'm assuming she's talking about Crystal, and she took advantage of Crystal and her parents, and then bitched and moaned because she didn't have all the stuff that she wanted. She was always complaining about not having enough stuff or money or whatever, and it was Crystal's parents that were buying her everything. And then at times she was asked about, like, well, how do you buy this or that? And she said, I have my own money. But it wasn't her money. It was Crystal's parents' money. They were giving her like an allowance.
And a lot of people didn't understand why I didn't have a job at the time and this and that. So I wanted you guys to be proud of me, and I didn't want you guys to think I was some helpless person. And I thought by saying I had a full-time job that it would make me seem like some freaking awesome person, and really it didn't.
She's like, it feels good to get that off my chest. Like, nobody cares.
I don't know why I lied about that. Besides the point is I almost needed confirmation from other people.
She still pretends like she's a grown-up with grown-up responsibilities, you know?
That I was capable to be in this world. Because sometimes I just felt like, why do I live off of everybody? Why can't I just support myself? I did not want to live off of Destiny. And when I was living in Florida at the beginning, I did not make enough money on YouTube. I lied about that. I did not make enough money on YouTube to support us at all.
Isn't it crazy how much money she makes now on YouTube? And she does less now than she did back then.
Now I will say YouTube income is incredible, and I'm so grateful for you guys because it really helps. It doesn't just help me, but it helps Destiny, and it helps her mom when she needs something. And I want to be that person. I'm so tired of just living off other people. I got so used to it being a foster care kid, like, because I was in foster care for so many years of my life, and I lived with so many families and group homes and children's shelters that I was so used to just relying on other people.
Of course, she has to throw that in there, all the group homes and stuff like that. But yeah, she just mooched off of people forever. So now I don't know if Destiny ever said if she actually contributed any of like her YouTube money. I don't think she ever contributed anything. I'm almost positive that Amber never paid for rent, never helped with groceries, never helped with gas, anything like that. Like she's saying she is here, but I don't think she ever did. In fact, I think when Destiny did her kind of tell all, she was pretty clear that Amber didn't do jack squat money-wise. She didn't help with money at all. And I think at this point she was making a little bit. I mean, I don't think she was making enough to have like a full-time income. I don't think that was until 2018, 2019. But at this moment, she was making enough that she could have helped some, right? She could have contributed. And I just don't think she did.
And I didn't want to do that in Florida, and I had a moth on my head. That's cute. Just then, if you guys rewind and go look at that. I wanted to change when I moved to Florida, and you know, I knew the only job I could possibly get was working with Destiny because not a lot of people want an obese girl. They don't. And I'm very...
It's so hard. It's so tough out there, you know? And at this moment, you can kind of feel some sympathy for her because the cycle was still sort of a new thing, right? It hadn't really happened enough times to become a meme. But now, like, sorry, girl, there's no doubt that you're bringing this on yourself.
Very grateful for, you know, I have a job here. I haven't yet started because they haven't yet contacted me yet, which is a bunch of BS. If you ask me, this is a big process. And like, YouTube is a job right now. It's reliable income, and it's a lot of income, and I'm appreciating it so much. Like, I don't even need a job outside of YouTube, but I feel like because of all those years that
And at the time, she didn't need a job outside of YouTube because she was living with Destiny and not having to pay rent. She had no real responsibilities. So the amount of income she was getting, which I'm guessing was probably not enough for a full-time income, like an actual, like if you had, you know, rent to pay and a car payment and insurance and stuff like that, you would not be able to survive. But she had no responsibilities. So yeah, to her, she's like, hell yeah, I'm making like $300 a month. I'm going to spend this on, well, of course she hadn't discovered Lego yet. So what was she spending? Food. Duh. What am I talking about? Of course, this is before DoorDash. Huh. That's a mystery. What was she spending her money on? I don't know. I wonder what she was spending her money on in 2016. I mean, other than obvious, like she was buying food, but you know, it wasn't DoorDash. It wasn't that easy to get. Huh.
Didn't have a job while living in Virginia, that I need a job. I need to pay back. I need to, it's like a whole thing. But I just wanted you guys to know. Anyways, something else I've lied about is my blood pressure. On several occasions, I have said I don't have diabetes, I don't have high blood pressure, I don't have high cholesterol, I don't have this or that, whatever. All of that is true, besides the blood pressure. I don't have high blood pressure, but I have borderline high blood pressure, where it's like semi-high. It's not high enough for me to take a pill, but it is there. And it's a little scary, let's be real. I just want to be...
That's her forcing herself to cry. She's trying to get tears to come out, right? She's trying to start the process of crying. And again, she picks the most mundane, stupid lies to confess to. You guys, I know that I told you I don't have high blood pressure, but I kind of almost do. She's so brave.
Be a healthy person. Like, this video is so raw, you guys. Fuck me. Like, damn.
This video is so raw. Let's watch that again.
I just want to be a healthy person. Like, this video is so raw, you guys. Fuck.
I just don't know what she thought she was doing there. You know? It's so raw, you guys. Fuck. So stupid. But in her confessing to lies video, almost everything she has said has been obviously a lie. And so she's really selling it. She's sending it home with it's so raw. Like you isn't this raw, you guys? Like this is so raw. Right? It's raw, right? It's raw. You agree it's raw, right? I don't know what else to say about that. That's just so stupid. I love that this part is the most replayed.
I just want to be a healthy person. Like, this video is so raw, you guys. Fuck me. Like, damn. Excuse my language if you're young. Okay. I
think what she was hoping would happen is after this video, everybody would go to her comments and go, girl, I'm just so proud of you for coming clean. And you know what? We have all decided as a collective that we are going to believe you from now on. And we love you. And here's all the money. And here is all the likes and all the subscriptions. And you are now the queen of the internet. We love you so much. Way to go. Because that was so raw. Fuck.
I wanted people to think I was healthy, even though I have unhealthy written all over me. Like, this is not good. People think I'm promoting obesity, and I'm not. I'm just trying to promote, like, love yourself no matter what while you're trying to better yourself. But it's like, don't be this person. Like, it's not good. And I know I have high blood pressure because my eating habits and because I'm morbidly obese, and I haven't been tested for diabetes or, cholesterol or whatever in a while. So I don't know. But I can say.
Then I would think somebody her size, I would think her cholesterol would be pretty out of whack. Of course, at this point, she's 25 years old. She's so young at this point that a lot of stuff isn't catching up with her yet. But I'm amazed that now in 2025 that she apparently doesn't have high cholesterol or diabetes, which I am not so sure that's true, man. I can totally see her having all kinds of stuff that she's just not talking about.
Safely say that, like, if I eat a lot of sugar or whatever, like, I don't feel any differently. So I want to assume I don't have diabetes, but I'm just purely assuming, you guys. I really don't know, and that's what scares me. I currently don't have a doctor right now.
I'm just purely assuming, you guys. I really don't know. Again, it's just too much. It's too much. It's not believable. And she's just fishing for sympathy. She wants everybody just to pat her on the back and say, we love you so much. This is so inspiring.
I'm trying to get on an insurance plan and it's just not working. I don't understand why. This also happened in Virginia. Like, I don't even know.
I'm going to guess it would be difficult to get on an insurance plan at her size. Talk about a pre-existing condition.
So I'm trying to figure everything out, and I'm just trying so hard to treat my body the way I should have been treating it from the beginning. And sometimes my mind just, it overpowers me and I don't know how. Like, it takes control of my whole body.
It's because she's addicted to food. She was back then and she is now. And has never changed. She's never done anything to address it. And she said that she's trying to treat her body the way it needs to be treated. How'd that work out for you? Almost 10 years later.
Toes to my head. I don't get it. Okay, so this last one kind of goes hand in hand. Why I don't vlog as much versus why do I ride a scooter in Walmart and why do I sit in the car when Destiny goes in the store a lot?
I can answer that. You're a lazy ass.
It's because I can't breathe. No. I've gotten to the point in my life, and since I've gained so much weight, everything is hard. People ask if showering is hard. Yes. People ask if I can wear a seatbelt. No, they don't fit me.
And so at this moment, she says, no, I can't wear a seatbelt. She just flat out just now said, no, I cannot wear seatbelts. And then she gained a bunch of weight. And when people called her out on it, she was like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. You're just being fat phobic. Of course I can wear a seatbelt. You guys are crazy. But then in every video where she's every video where she's in the car, there is no seatbelt. And so people were like, yeah, clearly you can't wear a seatbelt. And she threw a fit and acted like an asshole because people were calling her out on it. But she had forgotten she said this.
People ask if going up the stairs is hard. Yes. People ask, why do I ride a freaking Walmart cart? Not only is it my foot, that is the 100% truth. I do have either a heel spur or a plantar, whatever. I have not gone to a doctor for it, but it's also because I get so winded so fast, and it's because of my weight. And
I mean, yeah, it is because of your weight. At least there's that. And you're a lazy ass. And I imagine her joints hurt when she walks for very long because of her weight.
God, I would do anything to be able to vlog how I want to, but I feel like the only reason why, I mean, what am I trying to say? I feel like the only time I vlog is when I'm sitting or when I have air, like even just sitting here, like sometimes I feel like I'm out of breath, and it's because of my weight, and I know you guys see it too, and like there's times where I'm like, where I am in the store, like I do go in the store, like I don't just not. there are times where I'm in there and I want to show you guys something cool, but I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to talk because I can barely breathe because I'm standing and walking, and it's really embarrassing. And I used to not be that person, and moving to Florida really
And she just kept gaining and gaining and gaining.
messed with me. It really truly did. It made me so much worse off physically because I let myself go. I stopped caring. I met Destiny, and she was very set in her weight, and she didn't understand like how to lose weight or anything. And so like
Wow, just saying I met Destiny and she was just so dumb she didn't understand how to lose weight. Man, she was just as much of an asshole back then.
kind of got in that groove where I didn't care either because she accepted me and she loved me, and I regret it. I fucked up. Look at me, I fuck up. That's really all I can say. I think that's it for now. I hope you guys appreciate this video. I feel like so many people are going to be yelling and mad, and the comments are going to be harsh, and I don't think I'm going to be able to read the comments. I really don't. So this video, I might not read them, but if you guys watch this straight through, I appreciate it so much. This took so much nerve. I can't even explain how much nerve this took, but I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, no. She loved every second of this because she was actress Lynn through the whole thing.
Watching this, and I really hope you guys don't hate me. I'm a human. I make mistakes. I'm not perfect, and I was just trying to protect myself. And while doing so, I not only hurt me, but I probably hurt you guys. So, but I still hope you guys enjoyed this video for what it's worth, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
Always a victim, right? Even when she's confessing to her lies. So yeah, Amberlynn never changes. Isn't that wild? 9 years ago, and she talks the same way. She tells the same kind of lies. She has the same sort of smug attitude. So yeah, no, nothing's changed. She lies constantly. And then when she's called out on it, she just stacks it up with more lies. Because the problem is she can't keep them straight. She can't remember all the lies that she's told. So she just keeps racking them up. And then she wonders why when her and Emily break up, people are like, yeah, this is fake. Nah, we're not believing it. And she goes, people are just going to believe whatever they want to believe. Yeah, there's a reason for that. It's because how many videos do we have? We have, and she hasn't done a confession to lies video in a long time, but she has like 10 of them. So yeah, I'm sorry, but if you have even one video confessing to your lies, you're probably a liar. So anyway, I appreciate you guys so much. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.